All right, Cancer. Hi, my loves, and welcome to the Mother Tressa channel. If you're already familiar with this space, then you already know what to expect, so come on in and welcome back. But if you are new, then welcome in and definitely feel safe enough to be yourself wherever you are energetically, be it positive, negative, or neutral. It really doesn't matter so long as you leave better than you came, okay? Like this video, share it with friends and family if you feel like somebody else also needs to hear this message. You're connected to other Cancerians that may be going through something or that may be overcoming something. Share it with them, but also subscribe and turn on the post notification so you're made aware as soon as I upload. Let's get into it for you guys. I feel like you have a lot that you're trying to tell me at this time. Okay. I'm going to keep this Justice card that came out, but you guys have the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles that flipped with this Justice card. I'm just going to put it off to the side. I feel like some of you guys are doing some of that as well. Followed by the Six of Wands and the Hermit card. Okay. All right, Cancer. And then you have the Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles as your outcome card. So as I was shuffling, I heard this song. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's from The Little Mermaid. Oh wait, no, I think that's Mulan. When will my reflection show who I am inside? So I feel like some of you guys, wow, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Chariot. So your energy here, and definitely with that water energy and the Page of Cups, speaking to the story of Narcissus, who was very sheltered as a kid, wasn't allowed to go outside or really wasn't allowed to really get close with anybody other than his mother. Just shielded him from everything, you know what I'm saying? And then one day he ventured out on his own and came across a pond, fell in love with himself and looking through the reflection, you know what I'm saying? So definitely read more into this story. But I definitely feel like that is hitting home for a lot of you guys with that Chariot energy. You're doing a lot of self-reflection, and some of you guys, you're coming to that point where you're starting to realize that you haven't really been honoring or appreciating yourself in all the ways that you should be, or just being grateful for what it is that you do have, or whatever you deem to be a flaw of yours, whatever you deem to be an embarrassing trait, or whatever you just I guess you can say, like, whatever it is that you are just uncomfortable with. Some of you guys, it's just you needing to get over being so like self-conscious and caring about the opinions of other people, you know what I mean? Like with this Earth energy, with this Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles and the here we go, and the Three of Pentacles. It comes down to being self-conscious or insecure. So dealing with those issues, but also dealing with sensuality in a way, you know, because you can be a little bit more conservative as far as the way that you choose to dress yourself, you know, by whatever frame or shape that you have. You can tend to be a little bit more conservative. And then so if you are on other social media platforms with this Pentacles energy, especially speaking with this Three of Pentacles here, and that's like Gemini's house, you can start to have these feelings of like jealousy with this Six of Wands by the way that other people choose to openly portray themselves by how comfortable they are with their body and their sensuality and or sexuality, you know what I'm saying? So for the women that are a little bit more of a tease that you can get with that Earth energy, being more sensual and posting more suggestive pictures. Can I even talk? Yeah, but doing those types of things, you can kind of feel like, here she go, you know, always trying to do this for some attention or just trying to do it for the likes. But no, that's just how they feel within themselves. They don't attribute their worth to whatever they choose to post. And so I'm not sitting here saying that for you guys you have to mimic them in that way by now posting more risque pictures online, but you can do them and save them for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Or you can do that and dress up around your house. Don't be afraid to wear a little lingerie piece that is conservative enough for you to where you don't feel like you are just super, I guess, vulnerable. So I guess where your nipples are still covered up, what have you and whatnot, but then like put a blazer on top of it. So you're not so, how do I want to say that, like provocative to the point where it reads on your face that that's just not true to you. But then you're not playing it so safe to where you feel like you have to look at somebody else that again is a little bit more content and look at them in such contempt. You know, some of you guys that are in that period where you are feeling yourself a little bit more, and it's like you know that you have a lot to offer, you know that you are attractive, you know what I mean? Just be careful that you're not, again, using your assets, all right, with this 10 of Pentacles and this 8 of Pentacles, that you're not using your assets to the point of arrogance and to the point of trying to use it as like pretty privilege, or for those that are handsome, you know, just to make sure that you have like a slew of women kind of just like throwing themselves at you type of thing. Just be very careful with how you use that type of power, okay? That you're really using it for the benefit of all that are involved when you're talking about this Justice and this 10 of Pentacles energy that work in conjunction with each other, you know? It's all about playing fairly, having some integrity with the way that you choose to make certain decisions at this time, or just having integrity with the decisions that you make. In regards to career, I definitely feel like there are certain transformations going on with whatever it is that you want to do on a career level. So a lot of you guys are contemplating making a change. For some of you guys that have kind of been stuck in the same rut and or the same routine for a while now, you're going to come to find that with all of this energy, with this Justice energy and that being swords, and I know that there's a transit happening with Saturn right now, who is like the disciplinarian, the one that's all about reform and structuring, right, organization and the like. I definitely feel like you will be forced, like your hand will be forced here to make a certain change, or for you to find other ways to generate income if you are definitely that type of person that is just a little bit too anxious when it comes to things that are a little bit more unpredictable, for lack of a better word, because you guys definitely are the sign that loves to have security. You like feeling safe, and so you don't really take too many risks. Now is the time for you to learn how to take calculated risks and start small. You know, start small as far as maybe with the foods that you eat. If you know that you tend to order the same thing every time that you call out or every time that you decide to cook dinner, challenge yourself at this time in taking a risk and cooking something that you may look at and deem to be appetizing, but that you don't feel that you can do, and challenge yourself in that way by taking a risk. And then if it comes out well, then that's something that you can add to your repertoire or your skill set, you know what I'm saying? And then do something else, do a creative project, paint something, you know, if you know that you're not naturally good at it, take a risk. You never really know what it is that you can find. Was it you guys that I was talking to last time and I said that you might have a speech impediment when it comes to articulating your thoughts and or your feelings? I feel like that person is still around. Because I'm definitely stuttering over my words a lot, but you get where I'm going with it, you know, just taking baby steps here to get comfortable with the idea of flexibility, because you're going to need to be a little bit more malleable at this time and learn how to go more with the flow. right? And you're a cardinal water sign. And so you are action driven. You are very tenacious, you know what I'm saying? And very strong willed. You can be very stubborn also with this energy here, but you have a lot of good attributes backing you at this time that can help make this transit and this transition or transformation be a little bit more smooth, be smoother. Look, I don't know what's happening, but you can help yourself with this transition and make it all happen a little bit more smoothly than how things may have been lately. I don't really feel like anybody's coming back into your life at this moment if you're separated and you're curious to know what's going on with the connection. I feel like you guys are just needing to focus more so on your responsibilities, like the things that other people outside of you are asking of you at this time, and just working more so on your self-esteem and working more so on like your diet and figuring out again how you can generate other sources of income, especially with this economy and the things that are going on right now. You never really know. So if you've been putting all of your eggs in one basket, again, as far as what you've been doing, now's the time for you to branch out and see what other skill sets you may have, or just get a little bit more creative and find release in that. That can be a way for you guys to decompress, because I know that you guys can be very high strung and again have bouts of anxiety or get depressed when things feel like they are spiraling out of control with this Ten of Wands energy, and you feel like you can't have a handle on things and you can't really have your say or your input, and you don't feel like it's being valued at this time by way of other authority figures or friends or family or what have you. And so find ways to really, I guess, stretch out those kinks, you know. Now's the time to kind of slow down a little bit, to meditate, to read. Here again, just finding other ways to decompress, doing at-home exercises, because I know that we are quarantined right now, so not too many people have access to outdoor activities and facilities and stuff like that. So find a way to alleviate the pressure that you're feeling right now. Okay, and learn to be a little bit more optimistic here. You guys are very intuitive, you're very instinctual, so follow that, you know, keep with that. Don't allow for the media, right, and politics to affect the way that you choose to behave at this time. Take everything with a grain of salt, but remain optimistic and keep your faith for the way that these events can play out for you and your family. Because I know that you guys are the protectors to a certain degree. But don't exhaust yourself with feeling like you have to go out and do all of these things just to ensure that you will be taken care of, because that's just divinely orchestrated in the first place for you guys. Definitely look into your North Node at this time. If you're not aware of what your natal chart is, I always leave that link for Cafe Astrology in the bio information. So get in the habit of looking at those placements and doing a little bit more research at this time with this Eight of Pentacles to further understand who you are. And also, if you are trying to figure out what else you can do in the meantime, right, to generate income, so that you know that when this market crashes, if it crashes, that is anyway, that your all is not going to be lost for you. You know what I'm saying? Look at your North Node, because that is what can help you as far as profession. But yeah, I feel like if you're separated from somebody, they're thinking about proposing an apology or some term of agreement and trying to have like a peace treaty with you. I would just say just be wary with this Ten of Wands and this Three of Pentacles that came out as outcome cards, and be watchful of what their agenda can be at this time, right? What their hidden agendas are, their motives. Because I feel like with this Pentacles energy, they can be very persuasive and talk a good game, but don't really have the tools to back it up, right? Because behind the Three of the Pentacles is this Ten of Wands energy, bastard energy, very destructive. So yeah, just be very careful here. If you're with somebody right now, I just feel like it's a mixed bag, you know? They may be giving you mixed signals, but that's because they don't really know what it is that they want in regards to a committed partnership. So I feel like you are currently with somebody that just might be a little bit too immature or inexperienced And so at the very least, try to separate if you know that you're not going to be able to have anything romantic with this person, and leave it on amicable terms where you guys can still be cordial and potentially be friends. Maybe you guys just jumped the gun a little bit, and you were trying to be a little bit too hopeful, but this person just cannot meet your needs, you know, what your standards and or expectations are, not that they're too high in the first place. And that's truly okay. They just may be a better friend than a partner. So that's what I'm getting, Cancer. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, subscribe if you haven't, and book with me should you need to. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and soul until you see me again. Ciao.